Brian, this is Joel. I didn't get to send you this from our lesson back around Thanksgiving, so I want you to see how good this is looking on the regular video, how much it's improving, and then I want to make sure I get you those see that right knee's braced better, more solid in the lower body, on plane, and then that shaft is coming just about dead through your, yeah it is, through the top of your left shoulder, almost dead parallel to the plane line, Brian. And then from this angle, it'll look nice and stable with that lower body. Well, that's looking good. Yeah, see, and look at that good wrist action now. Hands and arms and wrists looking much better. And what we know is you're more on top of your left foot there than you used to be. Let me draw that line there for your right leg, remember, because you're trying to keep that right knee braced better, less hip turn like the KVS shows us. Yeah, so it's just going outside that line a little bit. Boy, that's looking so much better than what you had a couple months ago there, Brian. Again, at full speed, you see it looks more and more balanced, more and more in control. That's why those ball flights are continuing to get better for you. And so again, this feels like a really small full swing to you. But remember, we're defining this now as kind of the new length of your full swing. Again, that grip's helping you a lot to get that good hand action there through impact. I mean, you can see how good that looks, man, when you get up here next to the tour players. Right there. See how your hands and arms look a lot like the tour players. Your head's coming out of the circle nicely. Body's getting more and more on top of your left foot. So that is absolutely fantastic there, Brian. From down the line. That is great work. And then what we did in our lesson this week, remember, was I showed you about that 9-ball drill and how it can help you in so many ways to know exactly what's going on with your putt, chip, and pitch, especially, to use that 9-ball drill. So this is one of my young students a couple years ago, hitting 9 pitches from the edge of the green on number 4 at Meadowlinks. So he missed the green. He missed the green with the first one. This is the very first one. Watch, there's a ball falling through the air right in front of him, right there, right across his black flag. See, it's falling down. So he missed the green because you and I know because he got it fat, not because he didn't swing too hard. There again, he got it fat and missed the green. Look at this next one. He'll probably swing about the same hardness. Yep. So you got it more solidly. Now it's on the green. That's what we want. Solid contact. And, like you asked, is there a technique, Joel, that'll give me that solid contact? And of course there is. But you'll be able to find a lot of that on your own, I'm convinced, as you just practice this 9-ball drill a lot in the next several months. That one looks crooked, but it ends up right dead on the y-axis like we know. So we know they're all going to be within 1 or 2 or 3 feet of the hole on the y-axis. Here's a perfect one. Or excuse me, 1 or 2 or 3 feet on the x-axis. Like see, that one looks totally whiffed in terms of direction, but it's only about 4 or 5 feet from the hole. That's by far the widest one, of course, he'll hit in this batch. No challenge at all to hitting them straight. The challenge is hitting them the perfect distance. There are 4 perfect ones. Those would be, of course, his best chances for his 1 putt. There he missed the green again. Again, he's a good pitcher of the ball there. He missed the green again. So he missed the green about 4 times. Yeesh. Out of that batch. That's pretty bad news, even though he's a good pitcher. You see how straight they all are, of course, as always, Brian. to really understand and appreciate. See, that was a fairly complicated pitch there, right? Going over the bunker, not too much green to work with. So he has 6 on the green. And then he missed the green 4 times short because we got him too fat. There's that first one again. So really use that 9-ball drill a lot in your putt, chip, and pitch. It really helps you recognize situations when a shot is simple or when it's complicated, and what you can expect from yourself. Remember how we went around the practice screen there. A simple chip from 28 feet, a simple pitch from 28 feet, and then a complicated pitch from 28 feet, and the huge difference in score that was created by the complexity of the shot and by your ability to control the distance. Thanks so much, Brian. I look forward to seeing you soon. I'll get you that information about the K-Vest, too. Take care.
Hi, this is Joel. I'm here at Dr. Todd Elworth's office. He's one of the best chiropractors in the region. He's a TPI certified golf fitness professional, and I really want you to know about him because he can help you a lot with your golf fitness, just as he's helped my young student Taylor here in the last year or so.
How we met, Taylor came into my office with back pain. What we took him through is numerous screens to find out why he had the back pain. I don't only treat back pain, but my second goal is to find out exactly why he has this problem. So we analyzed him, we find out he has some certain weaknesses, we put him on some strengthening exercises, he's doing very well.
He's done great. He's had very little back pain, and that's mainly because he injured himself working too hard at the golf course. So he's done his exercises, he's felt great. I'm very, very thankful that Todd's been able to help Taylor in this great way. And I want him to help you, too, if you have any questions at all about your golf fitness.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're simply going to do a toe touch exercise. Put your feet together. Going to try to touch the floor. Go ahead. As you can see, we touch the floor. What do we normally see? See a lot of athletes go to about this point, that's it. Okay? And the reason they don't come in and tell me, they say it's because their hamstrings are so tight, they can't touch their hamstrings or touch their toes. We simply put something in between their knees. Now squeeze your knees. There we go. When we do that, it basically engages the core, engages the hip and the hamstrings totally relax and allow that athlete to touch the floor. So it's not a hamstring problem, it's more of a hip hinging problem that we see.
This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlink. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. Then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied and things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.